Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is March the 24th, 2018. Strong hand. All right. And I wanted to also say Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, golden hold. All right. This t-shirt that I'm wearing, it's the fourth one that I've worn from the Crypto Verge collection that he sent me. Check out the links below. You can see this shirt. You can buy this shirt there at cryptoverge.com. You can get a Trezor, Ledger Nano at cryptohwwallet.com. Use my affiliate links for all that good stuff. I wanted to say, check out also the links below so you can watch yesterday's awesome This Week in Bitcoin show. Vortex was on the show along with Daniel down in Mexico and Edward, the BGold dude. And yes, we talked about how BGold is going to compete with Bcash for a daily transaction type of coin. And check it out for yourself. You know, we're talking crypto dividend battles, all sorts of interesting things in yesterday's show. So, yeah, I know not everyone's fans of crypto dividends. We're going to get into that in a second, though. Have some conviction, Bitcoin conviction, people. All right. And check me out at TechBalt, TechBalt on Twitter. It's always blowing up on Twitter. You get all sorts of exclusives there. All right. So we have an article out there from CoinDesk. I usually don't give a darn about CoinDesk articles. It says, goodbye fungibility, OFAC, Bitcoin blacklist will remake cryptocurrency. Okay, the reason I bring this up is because this is another, there have been articles about this, that there are tracking companies emerging, okay, and tracking pseudo-government organizations that want to blacklist certain addresses and basically take advantage of the weak points of the current privacy paradigm on Bitcoin, okay? Right now, Bitcoin is not 100% private. And so some bad players in the space looking, I guess, to capitalize in whatever way they can are going to try to take advantage of this and get rid of people's privacy or endanger people's privacy, make it less anonymous for them out there. And this is waking people up and developers up and getting them on the ball to build a second layer privacy solution on top of Bitcoin so that these people aren't going to be able to make blacklists of addresses, who you can't, which Bitcoins are good to use, which Bitcoins are bad to use, which have been used in certain transactions. Okay, make things more fungible. And that's going to be the next battle. You know, we had the scaling debate. We're going to have privacy debates, privacy second layer solutions. And eventually we're going to come to some great, we're going to have to be patient. But things are going to get more private because of stories like this, because they are entities that want to do the wrong thing. They're going to be developers who want to do the right thing. Now, until we get to that moment where there are second layer solutions on top of Bitcoin that make it more private, some of these privacy coins, some of these altcoins that specialize in privacy, whether they be Monero, or Zcash or whoever claims to be the most private, they're going to get some attention. Maybe they're going to get pumped up. Who knows? But something we have to remember here in terms of current solutions to the problem. I mean, if you really want to, I guess, have private transactions and you're a long-term holder of Bitcoin, well, guess what? You already are entitled to your free Be Private. And all Be Private is Zcash. That really is what it is Zcash. So you have your own Bitcoin version of Zcash. If you can split your Be Private from your Bitcoin. And if you need to to have a very private transaction for whatever personal reason I don't care what reason you need to do it. You can send somebody some Be Private. You've already got that option out there. So there's a positive for Be Private that already exists. So the more FUD stories about privacy that come out there, the more that these private altcoins should be treasured, and the faster we're going to get to a second layer solution for privacy on top of Bitcoin. Pound that like button. Let's turn FUD into something positive for the community. All right. Now going back to crypto dividends. Yeah, on yesterday's show, on the This Week in Bitcoin show, we talked about all sorts of subjects, but obviously since we were talking about, we had a special BGold guest. And a lot of people were wondering what the heck's going on with BGold. I got this thing for free. Was it going to go up in price? You know, there's some, we were talking crypto dividends. So some people are just haters of crypto dividends. And I think some of the people that do not like crypto dividends are people that are just, they're not savers, okay? They are people that they don't get it. They literally don't get it. They don't get any of these crypto dividends for free, like us Bitcoin savers do. You know, they're impulsive people who trade Bitcoin for Neo, for Tron, for this, for that, for that. They can't hold on to something for more than 2 days, so they never get their crypto dividends. They got a bad mouth crypto dividends because they don't want to pay for the crypto dividends, which is their business. I don't want to pay for them either. I get them for free. But so they're just like, they're scams, they're this, they're that, they're the other. No, they're not. Some might be. I mean, some of these ones out of China, who knows? But, you know, they're legitimate teams behind BGold, behind Be Private. I've had these people on my show before. They're legitimate people behind BRhodium. And so they're trying to create their own unique coins. They have a unique way of distributing them. And we as Bitcoin holders benefit. So I think some of the haters do not have the long-term mentality. They want instant gratification. They already can't hold, they're not savers to begin with, so they're not getting this stuff for free. So again, I remind you, all of you out there, to become savers, to treat Bitcoin as a savings account, to be patient in terms of its value in fiat. But at the same time, once you receive your crypto dividend, be patient with that. Don't give up your private key in order to speed up the process. And, you know, some of them might end up being worth quite a bit more. You don't know. You're getting them for free. Make your own game plan out of the crypto dividend that you get for free. But I'm just talking about how privacy is obviously a growing concern in the cryptocurrency community. And clearly one of the crypto dividends, Be Private, that you've received from just being a Bitcoin holder involves privacy. So you never know. That if that's going to be the thing of the future, then that could go up. I don't know. I can't predict the future. Be patient. Be a long-term thinker. Make your own decisions. But to be impulsive and say this stuff is worthless, this stuff is horrible, I'm tired of hearing about it, I think you've got some savings issues. I think you've got some long-term thinking issues, and I think you're impulsive. So, hey, you can say what you're going to say. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I got a channel to say it on, so hey. All right. And speaking about patience, a person that I know very well contacted me and said, I signed up for Steemit, but I never got approved. They said it could take a while, but it's been 4 days. What the heck? Well, he didn't say heck. He said something else. Dude, that's a good sign. You know, it's a good sign that they've got a backup that's taken them a while to approve everything over there. That means a lot of people are moving over to Steemit. I like that because I think Steemit is good for cryptocurrency. I think it's good for people to get away from some of these so-called traditional social media platforms like YouTube and Twitter that are out there that are kind of pushing people around right now that people are complaining about. So be patient. We're going to talk about Steemit a little bit later in this show also. And going back to altcoins, because crypto dividends are nothing but altcoins. This is true. There's only one Bitcoin, even when they use the Bitcoin name in their name. Now, to be, you know, we've got a flood of altcoins out there. We're clearly in a down altcoin market for now. I think it's cyclical. I think it's going to pump again. Obviously, you've got young people constantly joining this parade and just newbies, and just it's all cyclical. I mean, some other country is going to jump in and pump it like Korea did. But to stick out you're going to have to stick out in the altcoin market. There's no doubt about it. And my recommendation, I really think, if you're a legit crypto dividend that uses the Bitcoin name in your name, and I don't like that. I call them B whatever, but they're going to use the Bitcoin name if they're a Bitcoin crypto dividend. And you know, the reason I think that's good, it's good to be a Bitcoin crypto dividend, is because some hardcore holders are going to get your coin for free. So that's a good start right there. It's going to create some buzz. But and the Bitcoin name gives you instant credibility, but you're going to have a unique story too. You just can't be super Bitcoin. I mean, super BTC. That's not a unique story right there. That's not a unique story. You're going to have to be private. You're going to have some special mining algorithm, whatever. You're going to have a unique story. You're going to have a marketing team, and you're going to have to get on a legit exchange. And to cap it all off, if you can do all of those things, if you can get onto Trezor, and then you really stress that you're on Trezor, you've got a recipe for an altcoin that's going to go up in value. And I mean, you've got a legitimate team behind it. Now, I don't really care that much about altcoins, but I'm just giving the recommendation out there because a lot of you do care about that stuff. And I do care about my crypto dividends going up in value. And I believe that crypto dividends, basically they're the best altcoins out there, I think. I mean, there's other ones that are interesting, but again, I'm a Bitcoin guy. Only buy Bitcoin, people. You know, get your crypto dividends for free. But you know, something that again, I brought this up to the BGold, Edward. I don't think they capitalize enough on the fact that they are on Trezor. When you have all these other coins that really want to be on Trezor, like Be Private, that are working their butts off to be on it, I would assume and hope. And BGold's already on it, and they really got to capitalize on that a little bit more. All right, so we've got Domain Magic over in the chat. He just sent $5 in the super chat. Thank you very much. And thanks to anyone over there, if you're watching this live, do the super chat and answer your questions. So what's he have to say? He says, is SegWit 2x B2X fork worth a purchase? It is $1.50 ATM, and not sure if this is no longer needed due to the lightning. No, it is completely not worth even you spending a penny on it, for God's sakes. First of all, you get this for free if you want to play around over there. I do not recommend it because the splitting of it is not easy. It's not easy at all. But what you're trying to say, what you're hoping that I'm going to say is, oh, it's so cheap, it's going to go up, it's going to pump. This thing was complete trash to begin with. They took advantage of a name of something that was already hated, but that was known. So I mean, I don't know the team behind it. I think it was a total marketing gimmick type of thing, and you should never pay for something that you get for free. That's part of the Meister philosophy here. Never buy anything in crypto that you get for free. You never buy Steem because you earn Steem on Steemit. You never buy your crypto dividends because you get them for free because you're a Bitcoin holder and you're a long-term thinker. Now, maybe you don't hold Bitcoin at all, Domain Magic. That's a mistake. My first recommendation to you is to just buy Bitcoin and let these other crypto dividends of the future come in. They will do better than B2X, SegWit 2X. So thank you very much for that question. And I hope I answered it in a satisfactory manner there. All right, so let's get back to the story, to the regular scheduled show. That really, thank you for that, because it did kind of blend in with the rest of the show, what I was talking about here. Pound that like button, people. All right, so what do we have here? Oh, Monero V. Monero V had an announcement, and that's a fork, a crypto dividend of Monero, which was going to come out April 30th. Great news! Monero V will be supported by BTCA. I don't even know which. It's an exchange. It's going to be listed by this exchange. Anyway, check out the links below. I linked to this guy, the link that mentions this, and they will credit Monero holders with XMV after the hard fork. Okay, they're getting listed on the exchange. That's the basic gist of that whole thing that I just butchered. All right. And it's so anyway, to to be legitimate at all, to be even close to legitimate, you got to get listed on an exchange. So I'm glad they're getting listed on exchanges over a month before, or they have it set up over a month before this even happened. So Monero V team, keep on doing what you're doing. That is obviously, of all the altcoin crypto dividends that are out there right now, that's the one I'm most interested in, and I've been updated on. And these guys are in motion. I give them credit. They stay in touch with me and stuff. So good for them. Yesterday on the show, the great 21 million club, and you, Daniel, he brought up that the great Rocky told him about college students. College students are using student loans to invest in Bitcoin. And yes, there was a survey, and of the college students with loans that were surveyed, 20% of them said that they used some of their loan money. They were loan, they went into debt to go to college, that they used some of this money to buy cryptocurrency. And so there are a lot of questions that come out of this, okay? Why are you even going to college, dude? Why? Why do you even go into debt in the first place? If you're interested in cryptocurrency, don't go to learn about cryptocurrency on your own. Don't go into debt. You use the money that you have to buy some Bitcoin. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than going into debt and spending 4 years in college and then using some of that debt to buy, to buy Bitcoin. That's not a good idea. This is a savings account here, okay? You don't learn on your own, and try to understand what savings is, and learn about fiscal management, financial management. Makes no sense. If you want to learn about Bitcoin, if you want to get into the Bitcoin world, don't go to college. Or at least don't go into debt to go to college. Maybe you're a well-off person already, or your parents can pay for it for you, or whatever. If you want to go to college, have them pay for it. Don't go into debt, okay? Just don't go into debt to buy cryptocurrency, period. But if you're really interested in this kind of thing, be an entrepreneur. Travel around the world, get some life experience. It's better than going into debt to go to college and then to use some of that debt to buy Bitcoin. It just take a few steps back. College students who are doing this, you shouldn't take there's other paths in life. I know there's a lot of peer pressure to go to college, but if you're already have enough a free thinking ability to get into cryptocurrency, to want to be into Bitcoin, you have enough brains, I think, and enough confidence not to go down that traditional path, not to get stuck into that debt model, to that fitting in model, and go your own way and learn about cryptocurrency, and not just don't go into debt, dudes. All right, so let's get back into Steemit and mention MGTOW. He had a video that mentioned how he is diversifying his, he's on YouTube, and he sees a lot of MGTOWs on YouTube getting shut down or being demonetized, or their videos are not being played as much, and they're also on Patreon, and people aren't, giving them money on Patreon. So he is using Steemit a little bit more as insurance against, and here he's in the chat right now. How you doing? I saw him jump in there. He's a great guy, but he's diversifying into Steemit, and it's insurance against, it's a backup just in case you get shut down on Twitter or on YouTube or on Patreon or wherever. You're always going to have your hub at Steemit, okay? Where people will know, well, let me check Vention out at Steemit to see what's still working, see if his YouTube is still working, see if his Patreon is still working. So I think he brought up a very interesting use case for Steemit. Use it as insurance, first of all, against all the craziness that's going on in social media, but use it as your social media hub also. So when your YouTube goes down temporarily, or when YouTube randomly stops sending out notifications that you're going live, the people know they can go to Steemit, and they're going to see the most up-to-date information on your Twitter or on your Facebook or on your YouTube. It's all going to be linked there on your Steemit post. And because Steemit isn't going anywhere. That's that. And you're going to be, and the best of it is you're going to be able to earn Steem from people coming to your Steemit page. You're going to be able to promote the Steemit ecosystem so people are not as reliant on Twitter and YouTube anymore. So there is pressure on YouTube and Twitter to maybe give some of their more, well, their self-silenced voices. They silence these voices to let them speak up some more, and to put pressure on YouTube and Twitter to get into the Bitcoin business, to maybe make themselves to monetize that way. Especially Twitter. Twitter could, I mean, they could do so much with cryptocurrency in terms of monetization of Twitter, if they use Bitcoin, if they use whatever. So I don't buy Steem, but take advantage of the Steemit platform. It is good for the cryptocurrency ecosystem. It's going to be good for Bitcoin in the long term. It's going to be good for social media. It's going to be good for content producers who want to speak the truth, who are not traditional people, who are not afraid to put their faces out there and say what they believe. And it's unfortunate that YouTube appears to like to shut down such people now. But, if this backup is out there, if Steemit grows, it's going to be great. So Vention MGTOW, thanks for being in motion, dude. And I linked to Vention MGTOW's Steemit below, and upvote him and re-steam him. He obviously has some great content, and he's been in this Bitcoin game for quite some time now, and he's doing some great things. And I admire him for just being in motion in his life, going all the way to Asia to try something else new. He didn't try out living there, but it was his tryout before living there. Where is it, in Thailand or Cambodia? It was Cambodia. And it didn't work out that. I mean, he experimented. He's in motion. You get the dude is, he's around 50 years old, and he is in motion. So if you're a 19-year-old out there, you have no excuse not to be in motion. That dude is traveling around the whole world and giving out awesome cryptocurrency ideas. And he just sent $5 in the super chat. He said, exactly. YouTube is closing conservative and MGTOW channels down right and left. If we aren't as dependent, they will be less eager to close us down. Vention, couldn't have said it better myself, man. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat there. That is very. If everyone out there becomes less and less dependent on these big names, they're not going to be shutting down as many people as much as they currently are. They're just not going to have the power to do so. They're not going to cut their user base in half. All right. So what else here? Traveling. Speaking of traveling, Vention went on a big trip. I've gone on plenty of big trips lately, haven't I? I've been around the whole world. I love this article from CNBC. It says that Qantas now is going to have a flight from Perth to London, a direct flight from Perth to London, and it is not the world's longest flight. It's going to be like the 4th longest flight, but I love it. I love the progress. That's one of the positive things about being alive. You get to see technology evolve before your eyes, and I think it's awesome that someone's going to be able to fly from England to Perth, which is my favorite freaking city in Australia, which is the furthest major city on earth from Washington, D.C., which means it is the furthest major city on earth from where I am right now in the Baltimore area. So, but I still love Perth, and I wish I could fly there directly from where I am, but I cannot. One day we will be able to. So, what else do we have here? Okay, that's the end of the Bitcoin part of the show, but I did want to say, and this was inspired by a MGTOW video also, that so many people out there spend too much time defending excuses, why they can't work out, why they can't travel, why they can't get into Bitcoin, why they can't do this. Just do it, people. Be in motion. You're wasting time coming up with these excuses. Defending your excuses is a complete waste of time. Don't think of defenses of your excuses. think of ways to actually be in motion and to do stuff. And maybe you'll be the one that comes up with a way for me to fly directly from Baltimore to Perth one day. You never know. Or maybe you'll be the one who, creates the greatest Steemit page of all freaking time, and you end up with 100 Bitcoin for some reason, or 10 Bitcoin, or whatever your dream, whatever your goals are. Set those goals high, people. First, just 1 Bitcoin, then it's 2 Bitcoin, then it's 16 Bitcoin, then 21, then 100, then the sky's the limit, people. Okay, pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the link section below and upvote Vention. And yeah, check out the t-shirts that you can get at the link that I have below too. Bye-bye.